All right, so our last section in this 1-5 is just talking about a word problem on writing equations. So you have agreed to paint 3 houses. You can paint 2/5 of a house each day. How many days will it take you to paint 3 houses? Well, a couple of different ways to think about it would be like, all right, 2/5 one day, 2/5 another day, 2/5 another day, and we can figure it out that way. We really can. There's an easier way to do it, and it's saying, all right, how many times would I have to add 2/5 together to get 3? Do you guys see that? So I have to add 2/5 how many times to equal 3? And that's how you would want to write that equation. Also, if something is happening over and over and over again, that's going to be with our variable. In this particular case, we're painting 2/5 of a house over and over and over again. It's happening each day. And we have to get all the way done with 3 houses. So you can think of it either way. And really, if you went this route, it would be a little bit more difficult because at the end, it doesn't work out to be an even amount of days. Okay, let me show you. This is our equation that we've come up with. Now we have to solve for how many days it actually takes us. This was like the last one we ended on in the last little section. You can do one of 2 things. Let me show you. So 2/5 x is equal to 3 and 2/5 x is equal to 3. We can divide it. That's totally okay. We can divide by 2/5. All right. If you want to show that as like a fraction and make a complex number, you are more than welcome to do that. So 2/5 divide by 2/5. So divide by 2/5. See that? In your calculator, it would take this, it would know what to do with it, and you're good. You can throw it at the end as like a divide by 2. You can throw it at the end like a divide by 2/5 also. If that's the case, then we can copy dot flip it. So 3 times 5/2. Now my 3 is a whole number, so I want to get that into a fraction so it's easy to see the top and the bottom. And then I go straight across the top. 3 times 5 is 15, and straight across the bottom, 1 times 2 is 2. And then I can keep it like 15/2, or I can say, okay, 2 goes into 15 7 times, and I have 1 left over. So I'm going to put 1/2. And that's how many days it would take you. Don't forget to label. Now, this way over here, this is going to be timesing by that reciprocal. We know if we times it by 5, because it's already dividing by 5, they would cancel each other out. So it's already timesing by 2, so we want to divide it by 2, and that would cancel that out. This is multiplying by its reciprocal. We want to do the same thing over here. I times it by 5/2. Over here, I'm going to times it by 5/2. If I have 5/2 3 times, it is going to get me 15/2. If I didn't know that, I could say 5/2 plus 5/2 plus 5/2. Same denominator, so I keep it. I just add all across the top. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15, and that's another way to think about this. I have this 3 times, right? So I personally like just multiplying straight across, but really it's up to you however you see it. I've gotten rid of everything that's with this all the way down to 1. I have 1x left, and it is equal to this 15/2. So I can leave it as either this 15/2 days, or I can say 7 1/2 days. Either way is correct. You guys will have a chance to do a similar problem.